Thank you for sitting down with us to speak about your book, I Choose to Live. Looking at the two parts and the dynamic of the book, it starts with such a touching sequence where you actually put us in your footsteps of what it was like the day and the evening and the hours leading up to losing your husband.
Yeah.
Why did you choose such a sequence? Most people would have taken us back, this is what the journey was like to go up the mountain. We were so excited, but you put us in your feet immediately.
I chose that particularly because that was the real drama. From the moment when we started descending the mountain and the realization that I'm in this emergency, because that's essentially what's led us to today, that emergency. So I thought it best to just start with that instead of, ending with that, because we ultimately know the end result of the emergency. So I might as well just start with that and then finish off on a feel-good note, giving people, I guess, it's not really tips and tricks, but just a window into my world and how I have chosen to live life.
Writing is it's something that's very lonely, and it's something that also would possibly force you to look at your feelings.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because this book is very emotional, it's very detailed.
Yeah.
What was that like?
So my first draft of the book, I can tell you, was very much on the surface. I shared it with a close friend of mine, and he red-penned that entire first draft and said, tell us the story, own the story, because it's your story. Yes, it was a lonely process. It was a painful process. There were moments when I would write 1 or 2 paragraphs and then I would put it down and only come back to it 2-3 months later. Hence, I didn't share with my publisher back then already, when I started writing 2 years ago, that I want to write this book, because I didn't want any pressure. I wanted it to be my journey. I'm the one that went through this journey with my better half, who I ultimately lost, and I didn't want to be rushed to get through the journey of writing the book. So yes, it was challenging. There were lots of tears that were shed. There was lots of laughter as well. And I just didn't want any pressure whatsoever. And it was painful. It took a long time, especially the first part of the book. I can easily say just that part took me a good 6 to 8 months.
Wow, okay. So there's a part in the book which actually, especially in the first part, which stuck with me a lot, and I think which would any of the readers who read it. And it's this doctor who was with you on the mountain. I felt while reading it that this doctor was a little bit distanced, a little bit hostile in the situation as well, and I feel like she wasn't completely invested in helping you save your husband. Am I reading this wrong?
You are not reading it wrong, but what I can say is the doctor was on her own journey up the mountain. I think it's only fair to say sometimes we can be selfish with our own experiences. I don't know if I can speak on her behalf, but she was on her own journey up the mountain as well, and she prioritized that.
And are you okay with that?
Can I really question whether I'm okay with that? I choose not to invest my energy because what happened, happened. I can't say or do anything that will bring Gugs back. I don't want to invest energy into being angry or questioning anything that happened on the mountain. I've literally just shared my experience and,
And the book is going to be officially launched on the anniversary, not only of your husband's death, but also on Nelson Mandela Day.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Are you excited? Mixed emotions? How are you feeling?
Well, I'm excited in terms of the fact that things have happened sequentially. I lost him on the 18th of July, on Mandela Day in 2016. 2017, I went back and I climbed the mountain. 2018, I took our daughter with to Kilimanjaro and planted trees on the base of Kilimanjaro in memory of her dad. And 2019, on the same day, I'm launching the book. So God knows what will happen 2020 on the same day. We'll leave that for later.
We'll see when it comes.
So I think I'm very proud of the fact that something monumental is actually happening on the 18th of July 2019. I remember when I approached Melinda Ferguson, my publisher, earlier on this year, and I said to her, Mel, I need to launch my book on the 18th of July. And she said, my darling, you're too late. Look at September, October. And I said to her, Melinda Ferguson, I need to launch my book on the 18th of July, full stop. And we made it happen.
And it's happening.
Yes.
And lastly, if there's one thing that you want people to take from reading this book, what would that be?
The clock never stops ticking. Therefore, we need to continue marching, no matter what challenges we face in life. Life is there to rock your boat. Life is there to throw all types of obstacles your way. It's about how you decide to get up and continue living. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're burying a loved one on a Saturday, come the Monday, the markets open again and life continues. Thank you.